fixed here.
Read and bear with. I recognize you. You are Aiden. I, as I'm sure you well know, am Regis, the Herald. I behold and recount all that goes on in this city.
Herald? Is that a real job?
Not only is it real, it is of the utmost importance. Since the fall of traditional media, where else would the citizenry get their information?
Yeah, I see. What were you before this? A farmer?
Bite your tongue, sir. I was a former VNC News editor-in-chief, a most trustworthy and well-informed source of the day's news.
Is this why you're standing in the shadow of the VNC tower? Do you miss bossing people around?
Let's see if you know more about the good people of Villador than simply to mock them. I have 4 simple questions to ask you about some of our more interesting citizens. Answer them correctly, and I will believe you a worthy member of our community.
Sure, I've met a lot of people.
Your first question, then. Who is the shadowy figure that pulls the strings in the bazaar? A dealer in, shall we say, ill-gotten goods?
That can't be anyone but Dodger. He's a bastard, but charming. Yeah, weird hobbies.
Precisely! You're off to a splendid start. Here's your next question. A rather comely woman works at the library. But I, Harold, knower of a great many things, cannot recall the fair damsel's name. Do you know it?
I know exactly who you mean. That's Thalia.
Indeed. Perhaps you could introduce me to her. Sparker's not really working for me.
Oof.
Forget I asked. Instead, here's a more appropriate question. Meyer is very even-keeled and thoughtful for a PK. But the mention of one person tends to trigger her. Do you know who that is?
I talked to her about it. Her father.
Correct. The poor woman. She doesn't just have daddy issues. She seems to have an auto-renewing subscription. Final question, good sir. I have learned that Driscoll from the Carriers Guild has acquired an interesting nickname. Do you know it?
Driscoll? Carriers Guild? Nope. None of that rings a bell.
Oh, but Driscoll is one of my personal heroes. You'll know why when you meet him. I hope you do. You really need to get out and meet more people. Obviously. You, sir, need to bear better witness to your fellow citizens. Come back when you've learned enough to answer all 4 questions correctly. Come back a little later. Rest. Clear your...
Hey, everything okay?
What's it to you, huh? Ain't none of your business.
Ollie, cool your jets. Don't you know who this is? It's that Pilgrim guy, Aiden. Well, since you asked, one of her own, Corrine, is undercover at the nearby renegade camp.
A spy?
Right. Volunteered to walk into the lion's den. Been given regular reports, and then... nothing.
Not a peep for days now. It ain't like her. They caught her for sure.
Yeah, thanks for the expert analysis, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
Someone needs to get in there and find her.
What's she doing in there anyway?
Just finding out whatever she can.
Those renegade scum are going down. And she's been feeding us info that'll make them go down even harder.
Has she hinted she might be in trouble?
Not really. I mean, her reports were coming farther and fewer between, but that's it.
Yeah, Less useful, too. Figured she was just about to pinch it off and come home when poof, nothing.
Why don't you go in after her?
No can do. Those renegades would sniff us out in a second, and we'd be toast.
Yeah, those are fucking renegades, man. Just 'cause I'm a guy doesn't mean they wouldn't rape me or something.
Yeah, I see your problem.
Jeez, Ollie, you got serious problems.
I'll go check in on her.
Oh, man, that'd really help us out. Look, I got these papers that'll get you into the camp.
Better him than me.
See what I got to put up with?
Just give me the papers.
I'll be honest with you, I did a quick job forging these. Anyone taking a third look could figure it out. Which means you gotta work fast once you're in. You okay with that?
I'm good.
Awesome. Now, check it. The Renegades' camp is tucked between the office towers.
Okay, how am I supposed to recognize her?
Well, ain't a lot of women in these places. But she's gotta know you're on our side. Use the code word phrase, "Have you milked the goats?" And she'll respond, "Goat milk is too sour for my taste." And you'll know it's Corrine.
Goat milk is too... What? What kind of code phrase is that?
Pretty awesome, right?
I came up with that, man. That was all me. 100%.
Okay, whatever. Back from patrol. Can I get in?
Huh? Let's see your papers. You look familiar. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Maybe. But I get that all the time.
Yeah, you got that familiar kind of face. Welcome home.
Thanks, bro.
I'd better report in or I'm fucked.
I do not want to get stuck here for the night with these assholes.
Have you milked the goats?
Goats? What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, my mistake.
These remote postings suck. Tell me about it. The stronghold is cozy compared to these crappy outposts. At least I got them there. Sleeping on the floor. The floor sprang from fucking. Already. Stop. Hey, can you settle the bed for us?
You'd think there'd be more eye candy around here.
Have you milked the goats?
Don't know about goats, handsome, but if you're looking...
Yeah, never mind.
Aiden, it's Dan.
This isn't a good time.
Sorry, but I gotta warn you. The guards took a third look and figured out the papers were forged.
Fuck.
Exactly. So the clock's ticking. You gotta find Kareen and get the hell out of there. They'll be tearing the place apart any minute now.
Yeah, roger that.
You don't want to go down rabbit hole, man.
Seriously, if life were normal, what do you think you'd be doing?
Not listening to your sorry app. Tell you that much.
I'd be above this, I think. Yeah. I'd be studying.
Have you milked the goats?
Goat milk is too sour for my tastes. The PK sent you?
Yes. Are you in danger?
Only from the PKs.
What do you mean?
I've met someone. His name is Alphonse.
A renegade.
A man. Renegade, yes. But that's just a label like peacekeeper. Tell the PK I was discovered and executed. Otherwise, they'll come after me. They won't stop. I'll lose Alphonse. I'll lose everything.
Aiden, stand here. Any luck?
Yeah, I found her. Her grave, I mean.
What? They killed Kareen?
Afraid so.
Well, fuck me. Wait till higher ups hear about this.
Told you she was dead meat, man.
Thanks, Aiden. Guess there's nothing we can do about it.
Sorry I didn't have better news. Aiden out.
Thank you. You saved my life.
I guess it's not all about labels and uniforms.
It's not enough, I know. But please take this with my deepest gratitude.
Thanks, but I won't make it out of here alive to spend it. They must be searching for me by now.
There is a door behind you. You can escape unnoticed.
Thanks. Good luck.
Better not see the enemy. Spotted. Look at the one I found. There's the other one. That shouldn't be there. Where'd he come from? You are so the bloody lamb. Mixed lamb. That you can prove seeing that. Want me to fuck you up?
Woman, hoping, Gutong. My name's Manfred. You don't even know how lucky it is that you've come along, Pilgrim.
Let's find out.
I have made contact with one of China's satellites, which are still in orbit. Huh, yes. I know that look. You're excited too.
Wow. How did you do that?
I constructed a device that boosts the range of the radio tower's receiver, so that it can receive signals beamed from the satellites. I was able to send a message and someone answered me. I mean, the reply was garbled and I didn't understand anything, of course, but do you realize what this means? There are others with electricity, technology. They can help us, or we can help them. Only, I was preparing a response to the last message when I was attacked by infected. Head down south on Lower Dam Promenade. You'll see there are 2 buildings connected by an overhead walkway. You need to clear the roof of the one on the south. There's a radio tower on it. Please, I've been working on this for years.
I gotcha. Just let me think about it.
Thank you. As soon as you get rid of them, radio me and I'll come join you.
Manfred, the coast is clear. You can come back now.
Great. But first, there's a switch at the bottom of the antenna. Turn it on, and I'll be right there.
You got it.
Now go up the tower and activate the devices I installed. Fire up the connection. I'll be right there. We'll go down in history in a moment, Pilgrim. I don't understand Chinese, though. And you've seen a little of the world, so maybe...
I don't know Chinese. I've only been wandering around Europe.
Okay. We must make ourselves understood somehow.
Gotcha.
Let's avoid colloquial phrases such as gotcha. I'll be there in a moment.
Okay, it's on. I'm calling from Villador, in Europe. Until now, we thought that we were the last surviving city in the world. We have some medicine and supplies. What's it like there in Asia? Over. Can anyone hear me? Over.
Can anybody hear us? Over. We're losing the signal, Aiden. We have to hurry.
Villador here. Pick up.
Try losing them. Europe to Asia.
Europe to Asia! Europe to Asia!
It worked. Aiden, you hear that?
What the fuck, Aiden? What crazy shit you up to now?
I know that voice.
This is Jack. How the hell did you hack into an encrypted channel?
The PK commander? I'm dead. I am so dead.
I don't know how you did it, but...
Jack, Sky here. Manfred? He thought he was hacking an old Chinese satellite.
Is that so? I could use a man with his skills. Tell this Manfred to come see me at the ship.
What? Me? Thank you.
And no more hacking. Unless it's on my orders.
Well, Manfred, looks like you got yourself a new job.
Yes, and I'll have access to better equipment with the PK2. I'll be able to contact Asia now for sure. Thank you. Help yourself to the valuables I've stored under the tower.
Come on, man. What kind of absurd question is that?
There's nothing absurd about it. The answer is a goat. Although some people say Colonel Williams can climb trees and at night turns into a bat. But we are here to talk about goats, those wonderful, sweet companions of men and humanity's only chance to survive.
Wait, what? Goats.
It's true. People underestimate their tremendous abilities. Do you want to know more?
Okay, let's talk about goats then.
Great. Here we go. First, I need to determine if you are worthy to know the secret of the goats.
The secret of the goats.
Do you know which type of infecteds goats are most afraid of?
Are you serious?
Serious as the plague. Come on, it's basic knowledge. Which type of infecteds are goats most afraid of?
Revenants, by far.
Wrong. The correct answer, goats are not afraid of anything. Nothing scares them. They're fucking fearless. That was a trick question, so I'm giving you another chance. There is a well-known abbreviation, GOAT. What does it mean?
This is a weird test.
Fear not, you're doing well. So what does GOAT mean? It means goats own all territories. Couldn't be nothing else. Let's go with another question. How long does the average domestic goat live?
12 to 15 years, I reckon.
Yes. Unfortunately, goats are not immortal. What's interesting is that a wild goat's lifespan is shorter, a maximum of 10 years. The conclusion? Human company extends the life of goats. Those cuddle muffins just love us. Now, let's see how much do you know about our city. How many goats are there in the Villador Crest?
Well, my answer is 2.
Yes! 2 beautiful, proud goats, white and brown. They have been guarding our city for centuries. I mentioned that a goat has 4 stomachs. Do you know what they help to digest?
Grass and hay.
Yes! What a pity people don't have 4 stomachs. Although, to be absolutely precise, the goat has 1 stomach with 4 chambers, each one playing a different role in the digestion process. Okay, now, let's really get into it. This is a fascinating one, although, aren't they all? Rectangular pupils are one of the most interesting characteristics of goats. But what purpose do they serve?
They provide a wider angle of vision.
Yes! Square pupils give goats a far wider range of vision than people and other animals with round pupils. Goats can see a range from 320 to 340 degrees. It's really astonishing. Do I sense impatience, my young friend? Matter of fact, I had a few dozen other questions about the mightiest animal on this planet, but I guess I'll just cut to the chase now. For many years, goats served on ships. They provided milk so that other products could be made from it. Why goats and not cows?
Goats are smaller and take up less room.
Yes! They also weigh far less, up to 120 kilograms. Cows weigh up to 1,200 kilograms. Okay, now I will let you in on the secret and why goats hold the key to human survival.
What?
On top of all the fascinating facts I opened your eyes to, did you know that goats are so amazing they can literally eat anything? Grass, leaves, roots, but also fabric, rubber, and even plastic. It's fantastic!
Why does that sound familiar?
Add to that, a single goat can produce 2,000 kilograms of delicious, nutritious milk during a 10-month-long lactation period. You see where I'm going with this?
To somewhere I'd rather not follow.
What if we built an ark, you and I, filled it with a few people, 100 goats, and pretty much anything we could find? We could literally sail forever without starving until we find a place spared by the virus.
Here's the real revelation. You're bonkers.
Oh, people have said that about visionaries throughout history. It will be a momentous day for us both. Take this as a thank you for truly appreciating goats. Farewell now.
Oh, the one possessed of great power has arrived. The thread of your life is wound so tightly round this city. I hope you use your powers wisely in the end. You know what lies ahead, don't you?
Now, let me guess. Love and great wealth.
Is that what you wish for? I sense greater things. I can feel the energy field around you.
Energy field? What are you, a magnet?
Maybe I am. I was one of the few survivors of the bombings. The chemicals affected me greatly. And ever since, the powers I gained have been hard to comprehend by the common mortal.
Oh, of course. The chemicals gave you special powers, and now you can see my future. This should be good.
The past, the present, the future. These don't matter. Why don't you do something for me first?
What do you need?
3 kings.
Kings?
I have 1, but 3 of them are missing. This was meant to be, but now the time has come for the kings to return to me.
Those chemicals really did affect you. Your mind, that is.
So, the time is not yet right. Fate's hand cannot be forced, but your destiny awaits. You'll feel the energy pulse in your veins.
So, how do I find these kings?
It is they who will find you.
Okay, so how do I recognize them?
If you decide to begin this journey, you'll find the first king on the table.
But on the table? Oh, you mean playing cards?
I mean kings. This one found me, the other 3 will find you. You must trust in this, and yourself.
Okay, this is the first king from the fortune teller's deck.
Andy's looking for new models. You interested?